All right.
Hi, Andres.
Good. Nice to see you.
How are you?
Yes, I'm good. Quite good. How are you?
Good too. Also, I'm not. I don't know what I'm doing here right now.
Oh, well.
So, what you are doing?
Yeah, well, same
What's
here.
happening?
Yes, exactly. Yes. So I've
Well,
no idea too.
who could have any idea what's this about? Nothing.
Yes.
Yeah. I am very new to this non-duality,
All
and
right.
yeah, so I'm not this traditional one, the seeker who knows more than the speaker.
Ah, wow. All right.
So I don't know actually nothing, like literally. I don't have any knowledge about Advaita, non-duality, all these kind of teachings.
Well, that's
Somehow
gorgeous.
it's more easier, I think.
Oh, yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah, yeah, that's very cool. I mean, in a very funny way, it was the same for me. I mean, I was a spiritual seeker, but I was never really into non-duality because non-duality for me seemed very abstract. You know, I liked to have methods where I could feel happy afterwards and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
actually, this non-dual thing and many of the non-dual or formerly what was before, you know, like those famous, yeah, you don't know them maybe, but Nisargadatta and Ramana and those guys, I got familiar with them after I started talking. So
Ah,
it was
okay.
not so different from me as well, though I
Also,
was a spiritual seeker before.
uh, yeah, I have heard this name to my husband, who was the seeker, like a couple of years, and but I don't know anything. I have just heard that
Yeah, they
they also speak about non-duality, but there is a teaching in it. So
exactly, they were,
yeah.
but that's what I mean. They were regarded as non-duality, and that's where most people have their knowledge from. But I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know any of these as well. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
mean. So
Mm-hmm. But how it happened to you in a short story? Because sorry, I don't know your
yeah,
story.
yeah. Well, in the end, well, of course, I mean, it didn't happen to me, and there is
Yeah,
no
yeah,
I
yeah,
and all those
yeah, yeah.
things. Well, as I said, I was a spiritual seeker and I was with a guru, and there were very, very broadly, there were, of course, those concepts around there is no I and stuff. But as I said, I never was really interested in that. I was
Mm-hmm.
interested in feeling good and how can I how can I become happy and a happy me and at one point this collapsed somehow. This I had an awakening and this guru thing collapsed and lots of the spiritual seeking and a few months after that I just met Tony Parsons actually without seeking him
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't looking for another teaching or another thing. I was just of course without a teaching, but still a me. So, of course, I was
Mm-hmm.
looking here and there and reading something on the internet and just busy with my collapsing concepts. So, and then I just Tony, pony, speed.
Words doesn't mean.
And then Tony popped up, and this is something that caught my attention somehow. Yeah, but still, um, I understood that there is a non-dual concept and a non-dual scene going on, which wasn't very big at that time anyway. Well, except you take those teachers within those popular ones. I understood that also that I only understood when I was already talking myself. Because when I met Tony, there was just Tony, this man who was just saying what he says. So for me, when I went there, this wasn't embedded into a bigger context. Like, I'm interested in non-duality now or something. No, there was just this message, kind of. There wasn't even Tony. There was just this message. And I was vibrating with it, while I thought something completely different is going on. I was just vibrating with it, and it was silently killing me.
So it was like gradual for you also, like gradual falling away.
Yes. Yeah, well, looking back, of course, when I was in that time, I wasn't aware that I'm actually falling away. Looking back, one could say that those 2 years with Tony was, he was accompanying my death, so to speak.
It was similar here also. Like you start to look back. I thought that this falling away, this seeming process was like a couple of months, but I started to think that it might be a longer time. As the awakening was a couple of years ago, and yeah, things started to happen before. Also, this Kundalini awakening, I don't know anything about that, but I just 1.5 years ago, let's say my husband was very happy in this period.
Oh wow! you joined the boat. So
yeah, and maybe at the end was a little bit tired also. And I didn't know then what was going on, and now listening others, I put together the story about falling away, like maybe, yeah, and I don't know, still I don't know anything.
Yes, exactly. I mean, of course, it's a story. I mean,
yeah,
it
never
really happens in that sense.
Yeah. It's interesting. As I know, I don't know much about non-duality, so when I'm speaking, I'm using the stories like a storyteller. So it doesn't matter what I say; it's always the story.
Of course.
Yeah, you are trying to talk about nothing, then you are trying to do it something, so you can talk about it. So it doesn't matter.
I mean, yes. I mean, same with non-duality. There is no such thing really. So you can't know non-duality. It's really impossible. So you can't really speak non-duality, and there's just what comes out. In the end, you can't even say you talk about it. So something comes out.
You are not separate from it. How to separate yourself?
Yes. And in the end, it'll always be a story, of course. What else?
Yeah. But the seeker is seeking like the truth, deep truth, knowing, to understand this. And that's why it's so uncompromising.
Yes, of course. Energetically. It's not really the words. In a way, the words seem to constantly compromise if you think that they are trying to say something. But of course, it is uncompromising. What happens is uncompromising.
Yeah, and also different speakers are using different words. Like I just watched one of your videos because I haven't watched much at all at some, and you were using the words full and complete, and actually these are the words that this one prefer to use. Whatever it is, it's like some intellectual guy can say that, oh, this complete means that it's finished, and I don't know. I don't care. This is just a word, and it's spread like that. Nothing to do. This is it. It's complete. Full.
Yes, absolutely. And you're right. You can take the seeker, can take any sentence
and
make
make
it
it.
wrong, so to speak.
Yeah.
You can't say that. If you say complete, this sounds as if you speak about an experience. That's what I meant. Theoretically, every word seems to be a compromise already. And as I said, that the seeker can take any sentence and make it wrong, or yeah, of course, but no sentence attempted to say it all. It's impossible. It's just impossible. So there may be a lot of discussion going on how do you mean this? And when you say this sounds as if, yeah, for the person, it will always sound as if I'm or you, or that something is being said. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's why I often feel like the silence is better. just stay in silence, but somehow this talking happens. No one's doing it.
Oh, absolutely. And in the silence, the seeker will make up its own stories also. So that's really, it's inevitable. So then I sometimes think it's actually better to talk about it. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't make a difference.
Yeah.
But I mean, the seeker is spinning in its stories anyway, no matter what happens. If there is silence, if there are talks, if this message isn't in the seeker's life or in the person's life, it's living and making up its stories anyway all the time. So.
It's just what happens.
Exactly. Yeah. Nothing can be done about that, really. Yeah, totally. And nothing has to be done about it, of course. But
no one can do nothing. There are no ones anyway.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, oh, totally.
So happy. Here is so much love. Like, of course, impersonal. Just love.
Yes.
Love you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, love you too. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, this apparent falling away here was around this time when I contacted you. I saw that you were in Finland, and it's very close to Estonia, like 2 hours boat drive, and not very expensive to travel there. And yeah, I noticed it on Monday that you had it on the weekend. Then I contacted you, like, when you are coming back. And yeah, in January you told you're coming to Finland.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll be back in January. I think the last weekend of January. Yeah. Yes.
And maybe we're gonna see there.
Yeah. Maybe it works out.
It's like imaginable for me for this one, this future, like.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I can't imagine it as well. You know, there's no picture of how it will be or how oh, not at all. No. No. But we'll see. Would be great to meet. And this sentence just is what happens. So
yeah. And I also asked you that we bought tickets to Amsterdam to a team meeting, and we were going to the team meeting, and there wasn't any seeker anymore. And I asked you that what's the point? Should I go or should I cancel it? Because it was this period that I didn't understand what's going on really. But yeah, you told that just for fun. And it was like, I was like walking there and thinking, what they're gonna do there? I don't know. Nothing. It doesn't matter where I am or what I do, here or in the coffee shop or in the boat drive or at hotel.
Absolutely.
No difference.
Yes.
But there were one seeker who were thinking that everybody in that room have to have the reason. They are seeking some hope from this meeting, or then I'm sitting like that. Not
Oh, yeah.
everybody.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like so imaginable, not imaginable for the seeker, that it doesn't have any point, any reason, any meaning, and it is freeing that way. It's not like, oh, pointless. Oh,
Yes.
so freeing.
I'm totally, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. And I mean, it's the seeker's problem also everywhere, that it thinks it is for a reason. Everything is exactly as it is for a reason, that everything serves a deeper purpose and stuff. And also these meetings. And as I said, it's just unimaginable that all of it happens for no reason. And it's not a bad thing. It's it's gorgeous. Yeah. And I mean, that it also just is like this. It's always like this, no matter what the seeker thinks. The seeker may think how important it is, those meetings or whatever. And it never is. It never becomes important. It never becomes meaningful. It's never for anyone or anything.
And yet still they are happening. And so they are
That's the thing.
hoping to get something from there.
Yeah.
But it's also what's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Kind of, apparently.
Yeah. So I also saw that you have 2 meetings today.
Yes, exactly. I have two Zooms. Yeah.
Okay. In English or Germany?
No, today. Both are in English today.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This turned out to be quite cool. I mean, I started those regular Zooms when the pandemic started. But it's funny because I set it up Zoom meetings before that. It just started a few months before that. I had a Zoom meeting here and there. And so, well, when I had to cancel my first weekend, it was already just set up. I could just start doing it. Because before COVID, I was just traveling a lot. For years, I was just traveling and having meetings and stuff. So in that sense, I was quite lucky. I didn't need time to install it or set it up. I could just start. It never really left. I mean, I do it much less now than during the pandemic, but
I maybe can I come?
Oh, the link, it's for free. Well, it's donation based, so I appreciate donation, but the link is on my website. Anybody's welcome to just
Awesome.
Pop in, and leave again or stay. And oh yeah, of course, it's free. Everyone can join freely.
Yeah.
As I said, just because this is going to be public, this video. Of course, donations are deeply appreciated, but there's no registration, registration or stuff. Anyone can just join.
Yeah, it's so fun as this one is late to the party. Like I haven't been never in your live Zooms. Also, my first live Zoom, I was already not there. And then hearing it on live, and everything is so clear, like everything is so clear. And it was so awesome feeling. And now I'm just enjoying this some lives, or like this one I'm doing first time in my life.
So cool. Well, I'm doing this also for the first time. I think we never spoke.
Really? I'm the first one?
Well, we never spoke.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. In this sentence, yes, of course.
In this sentence,
Yeah.
that's what I meant.
Yeah.
But there is no feeling of, oh, I've done this before.
Uh-huh. It's always
So
new and fresh.
in that
No
sense,
story.
it really is. Yeah, in that
Mm-hmm.
sense, it really is. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
it's awesome. Like everything is in the same level. No one's above, no one's below, and also this. It's always new, always fresh.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. In that sense, I'm not sitting here with, oh, I've done this before. I'm this. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. What do you want? Yeah.
So happy that you. I don't know. There are different speakers. Everyone have a different energy, some kind of, and there are no right or wrong way to speak about nothing. Just you resonate with some more than others, and I really love your aliveness and laughing, and I don't know your energy.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not doing it, but yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Lovely. Yeah, probably I could have said the same now. Go with that. Mm.
Yeah, this one is so free to express whatever comes, like not suppressing some thoughts or feelings down. Oh, it's not appropriate to say you don't know him actually. But when there is only love, why not to express it?
Yes.
Doesn't mean
Yeah,
anything.
totally.
Not special.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Ah, yeah, exactly. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's a fun. It's kind of well, normal. It's natural. Yeah.
One more question, or I don't know, maybe more. But how is things about with your family or the closest ones? Are they in the same place with you or not?
Well, well, oh, I wasn't prepared for that question. Well,
It came just spontaneously right now.
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Well, not really, I'd say. Mm.
But it doesn't matter.
I have a son, and well, it's what happens. So if it matters or if it doesn't matter, that's really not really an issue in that sense, but it just is what apparently happens. And sometimes in the story, it doesn't seem to matter, and sometimes it seems to matter. So yeah, there's no real answer to it, I guess.
It's just a response and speaking.
Again?
No answers. It's just a response and speaking. No answers.
Ah, yeah, absolutely.
It feels like answer means knowing, like you know the answer, or
Well, I also mean energetically, just a reaction to it, an energetic from someone. I mean, I think the person, if there is someone, there is a need to find an answer to what happened. And an intellectual answer or an emotional, in the end, an experiential answer. I have to react on what happens to make it okay for myself. And in that sense, there's just no answer to this. To what I just shared, this whole apparent situation, this whole apparent family or whatever, or every situation in the end, there just is no real answer to it. It just is as it apparently is. So
yeah, I guess I'm the lucky one. I can share it with my husband, spiritual husband. We are not legally
Oh,
married.
well, yeah, I mean, in that sense, I can share it as well, of course. It's not a
That's good.
no-go. Of course, it's not. Oh yeah, of course, it's not that the concepts are a no-go. Also, I mean, some are maybe a bit. I mean, some of the concepts are always difficult when there is someone, but not in general. So, yeah, of course, yeah. And I sometimes can talk. Well, not well. Some of my also broader family I can talk. Not too much, but for some there's kind of an openness to this. Yeah. And for some, of course, not at all. But then it's just not an issue. That's the thing. For most people,
Of course.
most people in my family, it's just not an issue at all.
When this started for me, then I told to my mom that I don't exist. It wasn't right thing to say to my mom.
Oh, yeah, I also, yeah,
But
exactly.
I didn't know the rules of non-duality. Then that first rule is don't talk about non-duality to anyone. And it was just what happened. It was I don't know, no reason, but it just happened.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. But I think it stops quite quickly when there is no openness on the other side.
Yeah.
It becomes obvious quite quickly, energetically, and then it just stops.
Yeah, but it's still like when my mom is asking, where is the spirit and where is the soul? Like spirit is here, soul is here, or where? Then I said, Mom,
Yeah,
they don't exist. It's just a story. No. I can't play the game still. Like playing game with her. I'm still without filter and honest, and it's not maybe so nice to talk with me because I don't play the game.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's the thing.
If there was, yeah, in all your life, you have lived in the stories and talked about soul and spirit and everything, life purpose, and now everything is like changed. And with the closest one, it's a little bit difficult because it's not difficult here, but more difficult for my mom, I guess. But I can do nothing.
Exactly, because she's still assuming you to be someone.
Yep.
Energetically, I think in my family it was the same. That it was quite irritating for a while, but interestingly, this dropped. There was a relaxation. I think at some point it became obvious that there is no problem here, and that there is no one really there anymore to take care of. I think this happened with my parents. So for a while it was quite irritating that there is no one anymore, and they was kind of trying to grasp and seek and find. And as if this at one moment after a few years, this just relaxed out of itself.
Yeah, because here it was like codependent relationship, and this one like fell away, and this one is still like don't understand what's going on. Like, yeah.
Yes.
But it is as it is. I can do nothing. Sometimes I just try to explain a little bit, but if there is no resonating, no talking happens.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why it happens by itself. Also the resonance and the openness and what's being shared and what's being heard and what isn't being shared and all of that. Oh, totally. And in the story, apparently, all of it takes its own time. That's what I...
Even it's timeless, no time, but still
happening. Without a goal. That's what I said, apparently. Of course.
Yeah.
It's not that when I say it takes time, it doesn't mean that there's an outcome which would be best. Or of course, there's never a real outcome also.
No. Do you have a story about the timeless wonder?
Oh, well, well, there's not a huge story. Well, it's very simple, actually. I mean, before I had any event or something, of course, I wanted to have a website, or it was clear that there will be a website. Let's put it like this. And so the website just needed a name. So
Okay.
there isn't really depth to it or something. I think it just sounded nice. You
It
know,
is.
so yeah, it is nice, and I still like it. It was at the beginning of all of it. It was just the timeless wonder. Yeah.
This one also have a website, but still don't know for what, but it happened, made it.
Yeah, for me at one point it was clear that, I mean, I was surprised myself by that, because I didn't plan it. I didn't plan it for months or something. It just, at some point it was just clear that those talks would happen, and really without an agenda. I didn't know what would come out of it. I had absolutely no plan behind it. It was just clear that it happened. And in a way, I already had a website from years ago, which I didn't use at all. There was just a friend doing it for me, but I didn't have anything where I could use it. I just, if I can have it for free, it's cool to have one. So I just had to change the name, and yeah, suddenly there was this website. Yeah.
This timeless. The time is resonating much, because I had so many glimpses before about this timeless thing. When there is no time, it's so, you can't explain it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I like this name as well, the timeless wonder, but it doesn't really mean anything. That's all. Nice. So what's your website called?
Non-duality.
All right, but there's last two letters.
EE.
EE. Okay.
Like Estonia.
So is there already something on it?
Yeah, there are some little bit, some writing, some pictures, but mostly from the Instagram, when I'm doing spontaneously, just finding the picture and talking, writing happens. Really like to write, but I haven't done it yet. So for this website, never have done any blogs or blogs, yeah. But at school, I wrote very long essays, like I couldn't stop. I loved writing.
All right.
So maybe this happens in future.
Well, so
Apparent.
I'll have a look after our talk. I think
well,
I haven't looked at it or checked it yet. Well, checked it. Cool.
There is lots of silence in the meetings. And before, when I was speaking, listening to these videos, I skipped all these silent places, and now I enjoy the silence part. I'm just like, I don't have any time, any rush to go to the next video or something. I just adore this silence, whatever.
Oh, I understand, yeah. Yeah.
So you have a very soon first meeting today.
Oh, yeah, it's in 1.5 hours, so.
Okay. 1.5 hours. I'll see.
Is there a time difference to
1 hour.
No. It's 1 hour.
Yeah, it's 12:38 right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also run one Facebook group for the Estonians while I was still seeking. I wanted to gather Estonian people to talk about it in Estonian language. And but I found only one, my husband. And other ones, our spiritual friends, wasn't interested. And I was, now there are some more, like 25 people, apparently. And I was asking if anyone have a question for the Andreas Müller. And even they didn't have any questions. All questions have fallen away.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Lovely. So yeah, it's getting more and more easy. No one has questions.
Mm-hmm. I don't have any question also. All what arise here spontaneously for no reason.
Is it? Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's funny actually. This morning I read an email. I had an email exchange with someone, and I mean he was joking. He said it in a joking way, like, "Well, Andreas, why don't you have a question at one time?" Or he said he felt weird that only he has questions and I never have a question. And I said, well, I can understand that, of course, that for the seeker, or it might be weird to only ask. Because he said, but that was the joke, like he doesn't want to have that power game. He feels like in a power game, as if I have the power or something, because I'm never asking. But it's not that this comes from a position of power or strength. I equally don't have any answers. Like the seeker doesn't have the answers. I also don't have the answers. But of course, in liberation, the seeker, the one who has questions, turned out to be illusory or just died. So yes, there are no questions here as well. Those seeking questions of how can I become fulfilled, not because I have any answers. It comes not from a position of I know it all, though it might seem like that for the seeker. No, of course, the seeker itself is illusory. And of course, there are no questions in this deep sense. Of course, in the story, there can be all kinds of questions. What time is it? Which is the shortest way, or whatever. But this seeking, these questions for seeking, they of course they are not there. How could they be there? That is liberation, so to speak, the end of seeking.
Yeah.
But not because someone knows, or not because someone found. So I don't have any questions as well.
Shame. But it was really, really beautiful ending from you, as we have run out of time. So I really thank you for your time. Although there is no you, no time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, thanks a lot for the invitation. I
Yeah.
enjoyed it very much. Great chat.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Thanks.